Thursday, everybody. This is Teany Hidalgo, your coach, with a purpose with encouraging you to discover your passions because they will lead you to your purpose. And thank you all for joining. Today's question of the day is, how do you raise your energy when you're burnt out? How do you raise when you're burnt out? We're going to talk about this. Is today's quick wisdom, and hopefully less than 10 minutes. And I hope you'll join us. So how do you raise your energy when you're burnt out? Today I want to talk about the 5 ways that I use to raise my personal vibe, and I hope that it vibes with you. So first, when you're in the middle of feeling, hey Storm, hey Cece. So first, when you're actually, in the middle of this whole business, right? I mean, the idea is try to avoid getting into this burnout phase, right? Like just try not to have this feeling of being burnt out. But if you do feel that feeling of burnt out, then I'm going to go into the 5 you can actually up again. Okay, so first, number 1, naps are amazing. And you guys let me know if you can vibe with what I'm saying. Naps are amazing. I swear I should have been born in Spain or Greece or some other country in Europe, because they're really big on like naps and taking breaks and moments, and like, conscious me time is like so important for them. So I think maybe I should have been born there instead, but hey, it is what it is. I work from home a lot, but so naps for me are absolutely crucial, especially when you have a busy day, you're around a lot of people or somewhere outside of your home, right? It's really important to re-energize your body. And for me, taking a nap is one of the best ways to do it. Not the only, but one of them. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the diet and the food we eat. Hey, Catalina. Is the diet and the food that we eat. I know you're gonna be like, yes, I know this already. Well, think about this. When you're eating foods at lunch that are heavy in carbs, like, rice or, sandwiches, those things actually drain your energy because they're heavy. They're very heavy foods, and a lot of them have a lot of sugar in them too, right? So they tend to actually bring your energy down. So if you can lighten your meal with, either having some veggies with that meal, even just eating a smaller portion, right? Some people eat their heaviest meal as their breakfast, and then they kind of go lower and lower until they get to dinner, which is probably maybe the lightest meal, which is like maybe a soup or a salad or something like that. So if you can maybe have your heaviest meal in the beginning of the day, and then so gradually reduce your meal, that would be amazing for your body. But also avoiding foods that are too sugary and or caffeinated, right? Like sodas and caffeine, coffee, things like that. Either limiting or doing away with them will help you too, because what happens is that your body starts getting used to the caffeine, and it starts needing it or needing the sugar, right? And so suddenly you're constantly having to eat sugar or constantly having to eat, drink caffeine. And at the caffeine, it's like, wow, it's great. And I still feel energy for the rest of the day. But then you realize, and this has happened to me, that the more you drink caffeine over time, the more you need it. And so therefore it makes you tired because you no longer have that caffeine high or that sugar high, right? It kind of like drains you. And so it makes you want to have it all the time. Whereas if you don't have it and you just take a nap, for example, maybe you'll be okay with it without having to have coffee all the time. Okay. So that's another one. Limit caffeines and sweets, and definitely put the good stuff in your body, the stuff that will raise your vibe, the greens. Even if you want to have something sugary, something sweet, have like natural, fruits, right? Fruits have natural sugars that you can use to help your body feel up a bit, right? So that's 2. Number 3, some of you may hate me for this, but avoid or limit time with low vibe people. And the reason I say this is a little controversial is because sometimes you can't really avoid it all the time, right? Like sometimes there are people that you have to hang out with, your family members, maybe your parents, maybe, your sister or your cousins or whoever, somebody really close to you. And there's no way to avoid it, right? So here's what I do. When I'm around people like that, I actually tend to say to them, okay, well, look, I only have an hour or 2 hours tops to hang out with you, right? Or if I'm in a specific location that brings down my vibe, I can only be there a certain amount of time because I know that being in that place is going to drain me, and it's not going to be good for me, and it's not going to be good for you, because now I don't have the energy to be present for you and this moment that we're having together, right? That makes sense? So try to limit, or if you can avoid, I know we can't always get people out of our lives, but if you can remove people or limit people in our lives, then please do so, because that actually does help you and it helps them too, because now you're present when you're actually there, right? Being around children sometimes actually helps me raise my vibe. And of course, this all depends on how you feel about children. But children tend to have a lot of really good light energy, right? They're light souls. And so they bring out a lot of vibe. But now if you're already tired and you're hanging around kids, that maybe it's not such a good thing, right? Because you're already tired and they actually do require a lot of like your time and energy. So maybe don't hang around children if you're already tired, right? But they usually do tend to energize me. The next, number 4, is fill your cup with your comfort items. And I love talking about this one because comfort items are things like, music, your favorite book, massage tools. Like whenever I'm feeling pain and I'm tired and whatever, if I can grab a tool and just like massage my back really quick or get on my body roller, things like that, that actually does help me feel better because it moves the energy around in my body. And even if, part of your comfort item is actually doing 5 minutes of exercise or meditation or whatever that is for you, that, is sort of a comfort thing that you turn to, that, is kind of like in your back pocket that you can either carry with you or take 5 minutes time out to do. So one of the things that I tell some of my, some of the people I coach is that you can always just, people smoke all the time. They take smoke breaks all the time. You can go out and take a 5-10 minute chill break, right? Go to the bathroom, just sit in the stall and literally meditate. I've done that in the office. I've gone and taken a nap even, just because like I know that if I continue like sludging through the day, it's not going to be a good thing. I'm not going to be as productive. I'm not going to be, as good personally, interpersonally as I would as if I had, the right amount of energy to actually get the work done. So let me get 5-10 minutes, go take my break, and I'll come back and I'm renewed. I literally can take a 10-minute power nap and feel fresh, Your cup with your comfort items, favorite book, massage tools, music, maybe a piece of dark chocolate, whatever small item that is for you, right? Qigong, a little meditation, etc. So, piece I'll talk about is right before I came on today. So right before I came on today, I was actually very tired because I had eaten dinner. I was out with some friends and with my son, and I just felt very drained and tired. So I said, okay, well, I need to raise up my energy. Should I take a nap? I could take a nap. What can I do to bring myself back? Well, I don't have time to take a nap. So what can I do? Well, this 5, which is my favorite, which I talk about all the time, which is doing what you love. And actually what I ended up doing was writing all of these out. I'm like, well, what can I do to raise my vibe? Let me talk about that today. So I started actually writing all the notes for this class right before this class, which actually invigorated me because why? Because I love what I do and I do what I love. And what I love is actually talking about these kinds of things that raise your vibe, things that you're be passionate about. Anything that will help people raise up is what I love to do and love to talk about and write about. So right before this class, 5-minute wisdom, to share it with you, and it actually did invigorate me, as you can see. And the last thing I will tell you is that I'm wearing this Wonder Woman shirt for a couple of reasons. One, because I love Wonder Woman, and obviously I'm a big fan of these classics. But, people always tell me, oh, wow, well, how the heck do you get all this high energy? You're like Wonder Woman, right? And a friend of mine calls me Energizer Bunny. Well, there's a lot of things that I do, and these are it. So I'm not Wonder Woman. I don't have unlimited energy. I just know how to balance and manage my energy, right? Catherine, you know what I'm talking about, and Storm, you probably do as well, and Cece, you're learning too. So let me know if you guys, have been experiencing that too. Now, when you know how to manage your energy, I vibe in many situations that maybe you wouldn't have been before, because now you know how to manage your energy properly, right? So, yes, the last one, number 5, which is my most favorite, is do what you love, because ultimately doing what you love really does bring out the passionate side of you. It brings out your energy. Hey, Abby, it brings out, that mojo, that thing that like, yes, this is what I love and I want to talk about it. And I literally got like supercharged before I came on here because I was so excited to talk about this particular topic. And so by doing what you love, which I don't know if you saw my quote earlier today, by doing what you love, you actually awaken the hearts and the energy of others. Because imagine if you are high vibe and you are in a high vibe situation, now you are actually almost channeling energy out of you and inspiring and like having other people feel that energy as well. So the more that you are energized, the more you energize other people as well. And, like I said, by doing what you love, you're awakening the hearts and the energy of other people as well. So I hope you guys go over them one more time. This is all about the top 5 ways to raise your vibe when you are burnt out. Number 1 is taking a nap. Number 2 is diet and the foods that we eat. 3 is avoiding or limiting time with low vibe people, around as many high vibe people as possible. Number 4 is filling your cup with your comfort items, the things that actually raise your vibe wherever you are. Yeah. Even if it's like a 5-minute break somewhere else. And the last one is doing what you love, doing what it is that ignites you, that inspires you, whether it's reading your favorite book and, writing a blog about it, or, meeting with people and talking about your experiences, traveling and talking about that. Whatever that is for you, do what you love. Okay, if anyone has any thoughts or comments, please feel free. What your favorite things are that raise your vibe. Let me know if you guys have comfort items that you like to bring with you that inspires. You have a lucky rabbit foot that kind of like makes you feel good about life? Do you have a picture of someone special that raises your energy? Let me know what that is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, like it. If you find someone that needs this, share it. And also I'll be posting this on YouTube and giving you my YouTube channel as well. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is Teany Hidalgo from Sanese Wellness Academy with your Purpose with Passion series. And it is my pleasure to encourage you to discover your passions, because they will lead you to your purpose. I will see you guys next Thursday. Actually, next Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to start a sort of mini series from this Purpose with Passion series with a good friend of mine, Garon Decosar. And we're going to be talking about single moms in business and how to get yourself going and how to get yourself pumped and energized and work your way through the whole business field, if you will. So I hope that you guys will be open and ready for that next Tuesday. And as always, every Thursday, I'm here with your Quick Wisdom or your Purpose with Passion series interviews. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys on the Purpose and Passion side. Bye.